Hey guys, how's it going? Today I just wanted to give you a quick look of my finished AR pistol, and she is finally finished after 4 months. I never did any progress videos while I was building this, but yes, it did take 4 months because I wasn't willing to go out there and spend like $900 in parts and just build it in one day. This was gonna be like a kind of like a time-consuming project for me, just because of the fact that I was purchasing like each item like at least maybe like one by one, or at least two at a time maybe. But it's finally finished after 4 months of progress, and here to tell you some things about it. But before we do that, let's go ahead and safety check the weapon, and it is clear. So like I said, it took me about 4 months to finish this AR build, and I'm really kind of proud of myself for the way it looks, just because of the fact that it is my first AR build. And some of the things I did was 550 cord wrap the side of the handguards, just because I thought it added a little better character to the looks. And the sling is actually, for the 550 cord wrapping on the handle, as far as some functionality wise, I don't know what it's supposed to serve functionality wise, but at least for me, when I grip it, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more comfortable in my hand at least. And the sling I made it out of the leftover 550 cord I had laying around, just because as far as like shooting like rifle based platform pistols, I like to use a sling to push forward against the weapon. And while that creates more of a stabilized shooting position, with that you can shoot more accurately, perhaps fire more rounds at a time, accurately speaking. Because whenever you're not using a sling, you're just kind of holding it in front of you, not pushing forward or pulling it, because you can't shoulder these, legally speaking. Because once you shoulder it, it reclassifies it as a SBR, which is a short barrel rifle. But starting from the muzzle, I don't know which company makes this muzzle device, to be honest, but I honestly just got it because of the whole look, and I just thought it looked cool. And the handguard itself is a Yankee Hill machine handguard. It's a 7.5 inch handguard. The barrel itself is a 8.5 inch barrel, and I don't know if I mentioned, but this rifle is a 300 blackout build. I went with 300 blackout for a couple reasons, and reason number one being is the fact that 300 blackouts can shoot both subsonic and supersonic reliably, unlike a 5.56. I don't know if you've shot a 5.56 subsonic round through an AR-15, but they don't cycle the bolt back and forth, so you're manually having to charge the handle and reload the next round every time you shoot. So it kind of makes it more of a bolt action rifle when you have a semi-automatic rifle platform. So with my AR pistol, I went ahead and went with a 300 blackout because of the fact that it can shoot subsonic and supersonic reliably. And if you're considering home defense, I figured it was a better choice, because with the standard 5.56, it's traveling at almost 3,200 feet per second, and you look at the subsonics with 300 blackout, they're at the mid thousands feet per second. And while that might create less penetration, if you got a home invasion situation, you don't want to shoot past your target. Yeah, you might get over penetration here and there, but it'll be minimized with subsonic lows, especially traveling at around the mid thousands feet per second. So that's why I went with the 300 blackout. The other reason is just because of the fact that I just thought the round was pretty cool. I mean, I got one right here. I got a mag fully loaded with 300 blackout, but if you look at this, another round familiar might come into your head, and that's the AK-47 round, the 7.62x39. And while a lot of AK-47 guys like to argue the fact that AK-47s punch harder, they're more lethal and whatnot, after the birth of the 300 blackout, I mean, it has been around as a 300 whisperer, but I don't know if that round was strictly subsonic or supersonic. I'm not really all that knowledgeable, but once the 300 blackout, AAC blackout came out, I think it kind of leveled that argument because of the fact that, you know, I've seen 300 blackout cartridges that can travel all the way up to 2,500 feet per second, and that's only 700 feet shy of a standard 5.56 load. And I've seen most of the standard AK-47 rounds traveling at around 23 or 2,400 feet per second, from what I've seen on the interweb. But I just thought that was a pretty cool factor, at least for the 300 blackout. And just with the fact that you can go all the way up to 240 grains with this load, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty much, I don't know, it's just like a, kind of like a cool round all by itself. So that's why I went with the 300 blackout. I do keep my 300 blackout pistol in this bag. The way I have it kept is, this is kind of like, I don't know why YouTube channels have kind of not done so many videos on like survival bags, so to say. But a few years back when that idea was still cool, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching those bug out kit bag videos and all that stuff. But with this bag, it's not so much as a dedicated bug out bag. I just have a few essentials, like, you know, I have not even a first aid kit, some bandages and, you know, hand sanitizer. I have some tools like a Leatherman, and I got a knife. I got some earplugs. Pretty much it's like a dedicated range bag, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have those things in hand. You know what I mean? So I keep the upper and the lower stored in the same compartment, and that's why I use a towel so that they don't scratch each other up. But I pretty much wrap it like this. Actually, I did that all wrong. I'm still kind of new to this concept of keeping an AR-15 in a backpack, because if you know, you can't keep an AR-15 rifle upper in a bag, in a compact bag like this, you know, without the barrel protruding out at the end. But with this pistol build, you can do that without no problem, and that's what I really like, because, you know, this can be like your dedicated trunk gun. You know, if something you want to leave in the trunk for a while, you know, for an extended amount of time. And I just thought it was pretty cool. Not sure who makes these bags, but you can usually go to a local surplus store and they'll have plenty of them. It's not a super big backpack, but I really like it. I like it better than my assault pack that I was issued from the army, just because of the fact that it's got so many pockets. But yeah, that's how I keep my AR-15 all loaded like that. Not loaded, but you know, pretty much like that. And sometimes I'll just throw it in the trunk, just for trunk gun's sake. But yeah, just wanted to share that quick video with y'all, to see what y'all think. If y'all have any suggestions on what I should add to the AR-15 in the future, please do let me know, because I'm open to all suggestions. But so far, I put those Amazon sites on just because of the fact that I saw a fellow YouTuber's video that reviewed those Amazon sites, and he was saying in the video that he had those sites for 3 years, and you know, they were holding 0 from rifle to rifle, and that they're very sturdy. And when I ordered them, you know, he was not wrong. The sights were really steady on the weapon. I haven't zeroed them yet because I haven't taken it to the range, but when I take it to the range, it'll be zeroed, and you know, I'll be good. But yeah, so far, as far as optics, I'm leaning towards Amazon optics, like the red dot, because the same YouTuber did a video on a red dot optic, micro red dot optic, and he was beating it real hard with a water bottle. It's kind of funny. was beating it with a water bottle, and it was still holding 0. So if it's good enough for that, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna be using this rifle to go into battle. That's what I got my arms room M4 for. But you know, yeah, I'm thinking about adding the red dot optic from Amazon. It's called Field Sport Micro Red Dot. It's only the red dot setting instead of the green. But that's what I'm thinking about ordering. And I'm thinking about ordering like a hand stop for the bottom part of the rail. But yeah, so let me know if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribing doesn't really hurt. I really like it when people subscribe. So please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see future videos.